Okay, so this is Blair's website, and it's right here. You can access our summer school website here. This is the English version. There's also a Spanish. And we're going to go, we'll give you an overview of our website. And this gives you basically an overview of our summer school. We'll have it split into semester A as well as semester B. And these are the dates. This is the registration. We will go over once we go over, the different programs that we offer: original credit, credit recovery, extension, enrichment, college readiness. We're going to go over what does the form look like and how to go about actually completing the form. So for original credit, I'm going to hand it to Beth Sanchez.
Hi, so for original credit, you can click the link at the top or the big red button that say original credit. If you are taking an original credit course, you are only going to take one per semester. It does require a lot of work. You're taking an entire semester course in 3 weeks. So students should expect to have about 4 to 5 hours of work each day. They'll Zoom with teachers 3 days a week. And we're offering, so if you want to just scroll down a little bit. So we're offering Foundations of Tech. We're offering English 12, but that's only with a school counselor's recommendation. We are offering health, and you'll notice that honors health is full. As soon as a course is full, that will be put on the website to update you, and that course will no longer be active on the registration, so you won't be able to sign up for it on the registration. So if you see that one's missing on the registration and you thought it was on the website, when you check, it'll probably end up saying that it's full. We're also offering all of our math courses, both the on-level and the honors, and our NSL is also being offered. And there's a whole lot of different questions that are that people often ask, and so I kind of listed those down at the bottom. And if you have additional questions, you can always send me an email. And so semester A is 0.5 of the credit, and then semester B is the other 0.5 of the credit. And so that is for original credit, for a class that you have not taken before. We're also offering credit recovery and credit extension. And let me tell you a little bit about what that means. So credit recovery means that you are retaking a portion of the course to earn the credit. So if you failed a course, you would be spending those 3 weeks retaking parts of the course so that you can earn that credit. Extension is to improve your grade. So if you earned a B and you would like to do more work to earn the A, then that is the credit extension piece. And so the courses, the most common courses we listed on the registration form, but you can also check other. So if one of the courses that we have listed, if you don't, there's a course that you really want to recover or extend, you will list that under other, and then just type it out for us. Tell us what it is that you want to take. You can only take up to 3 credit recovery or extension courses. If you are taking original credit, you will not be able to take the credit recovery or credit extension at the same time. So you do have to kind of think about how you're going to be spending your time. But there's lots of different choices up there, and then you can also hit other. Are we going to do the form at the end, or?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll show you on the form how you can fill that out at the end. But for credit recovery and extension, you should expect to Zoom with your teacher a couple of times a week. We put a table at the top just to kind of help plan your time, and so that if you need to take like a math, an English, and a science, that they're not overlapping one another. Wednesdays, we're still going to have for the teacher office hours, but depending on the workload and depending on how much help you might need in the subject, your teachers may schedule additional time for you.
So I want us to pause actually and get some sort of questions on anything that has to do with original credit or credit recovery or extension.
So the subjects, I'm just going to read from the chat. The subjects available for original credit are Foundations of Tech, Health, the different math courses, Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calc, and also the honors of those courses, and then our NSL. So the class is full. That means that it's reached its maximum capacity. There's only 25 students allowed in the class. So when it reaches that 25, that's what we mean by that it's full. It's reached its capacity.
Ms. Sanchez, can I ask you a question that I see in the chat?
Sure.
One question is, are all of the classes online, or are they in person, or they're a combination?
So Blair is being painted this summer. The entire building, the inside, the outside. So we will not be holding any classes at Blair. All of our summer programs are virtual. So we will be hosting on Zoom.
There's another question. Do you have to get teacher approval to take honors pre-calc as opposed to pre-calc?
No, you do not. So if you feel that you are able to take honors pre-calc, you can sign up for honors pre-calc.
There's another question. Can rising ninth graders in the magnet program enroll in several programs for prep for next year?
So we have, so rising ninth graders can take advantage of any of these courses. We've also had students in the past audit a course. They've participated in the original course, but not for credit, just to prepare. So if you wanted to prepare yourself for a course, then you could take part in the original credit class. You just wouldn't do it for the credit. You might just do it for the preparation and things like that. So, but if you see any enrichment programs, and we're going to talk about those in a moment, that you think that your rising ninth grader would really want to take part in to help them prepare, you absolutely can take part in those.
So we do have to mention just some clarity in terms of rising ninth graders. We do not recommend certain subjects. For example, US history, we're not offering it. We're only offering NSL. And it's very specific, especially for rising ninth graders, because we do prefer them to do it in-house with us during the school year. So that's something to take note. So if there is something that you'd like to take and that you do not see, again, just like Beth said, just add it to our other in the form.
So to audit the class, so you would sign up in the same way for the original credit, but then you could just send me an email and I will make note that it's not for credit. You do not have to pay for any of the courses. MCPS is covering everything this summer. So that's for the original credit, the recovery, the extension, enrichment, college readiness. All of them are free. MCPS is paying the bill. My daughter registered for Foundations of Tech, both sections. How do I know that she's in? If you completed the form, you're in. So that's all, like as long as it's available on the form, then it's not full and you're in the class. So as long as you have completed that form, you're in.
And right before, as we proceed into the summer school, once the class is full, you will soon know that you'll get information saying that you are scheduled to take this class over the summer, etc. So you will be getting follow-up emails as we get closer to the summer school.
Mm-hmm.
From either the teacher, the teacher or us, the summer school team.
Okay.
So there was a course, the question on rising 10th graders supposed to take honors health or health. You could take, I think we're only offering the honors health, which is right now closed. It's full.
In 3 classes, if that's possible.
For credit recovery, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, for credit recovery, 3 is the maximum. 3 is the maximum that you're able to take. It is a lot of work to recover a class, to recover that credit, and taking 3 is like a full load. It's like taking in 3 weeks to do that. That is a lot of work. So 3 is the maximum that they can take for either for extension or recovery or a mix. The meeting schedule is the same as the recovery. So that table at the top, remember that that's just kind of a jumping off point, depending on how much work your student needs to do, or depending on how much help they may need. The teacher may ask them to attend office hours at like additional times to be able to get that work completed. So honors English is available for credit recovery or credit extension. We are not offering any honors English or on-level English for original credit, but both are available for credit recovery or credit extension.
So if you've used Synergy to enroll in any one of the classes, it's likely that you're enrolling for the county's summer school and not the in-house one at Blair. So we will not be getting those forms.
Should we talk about enrichment?
Yes.
That would be great. Yes. Did you want to go to that, Ms. Carrillo?
Yes. Can you take a look? Can you see it?
Absolutely. Do you mind just scrolling down just a little bit? Thank you. So the enrichment courses are available for students who are interested in kind of honing their skills and or for doing things that interest them. For instance, a few of the first ones, writing for fun, all different types of writing courses in the last 2 weeks of July and the first week of August. There's a Foundations of Journalism boot camp. I'm sure many of you know Blair has a national award-winning journalism program with Silver Chips and Silver Log. So that's in about 2 weeks in late June to early July. This is something that may interest many people, particularly rising 9th graders and rising 10th graders. It's an honors summer prep. And just to be clear, this is not you don't get the credit for the course. This is just working on some of the skills that you'll be using during the course of the year. This is from basically the last part of June to mid-July. And then there were several AP courses. There's AP Lit Prep and AP Lang. And these courses really help students kind of fill their toolbox, so to speak, because these AP classes are rather demanding. So we want them to be able to be successful in the course and to be successful next May when they're taking the AP courses. And those are towards the middle to late part of July and early August. And then AP Lang strategies. Ms. Carrillo and Ms. Sanchez, correct me if I'm wrong, AP Lang is mostly for juniors and AP Lit mostly seniors, is that correct?
Yes.
I believe that's the case. Yeah,
Yes.
I just wanted to double check that. And then I'm not sure if that's our last one right there, or if we have a few more. Oh yeah. Oh, and then we have some other ones. Music as poetry, which is a diving into pop music. It's it's for some of our students who are really interested in expanding some of their knowledge in the arts. That's a very popular one as well. And music as poetry. And these are basically the last few weeks of July. In terms of sciences and math, so there's I believe there's a explorations in math modeling, and that's basically 1 week from July 6th to the 9th, which is I believe that's oh, thank you. And then Math Help Space, also another one, Mondays from 2 through 5. And that one is literally people who have almost any different types of need any different types of assistance can get that. As we scroll down, there are a few other ones that are really interesting. There's a very novel idea. One of the Blair, I guess, mantra for this year is learning and leading outside the box. And we feel this really fits in terms of the ESOL Tech Boot Camp. So, pardon me, this is for students who are using different Chromebooks and online technologies, and to make sure that they're ready for that, while in addition to improving their English skills. So this is a pretty interesting. Students can contact their counselors and or Miss Haas, who will be teaching the class over the summer. It's a really unique and innovative program. And I think, was that the last one before we
Yes.
go?
What is important to note from this is that we've created a calendar, and I'm just going to go to it. So as you look through all of these different choices, enrichment courses that we have offerings, take a look at the calendar to make sure they don't overlap. So if you are taking an SAT prep and journalism, you'll see that both those courses overlap.
Do you want to show where to see semester B? So if you click on it's normally like in the bottom left, that then you can slide it to slide 2 and then see calendar B. You can take unlimited enrichment and college readiness courses as long as they don't overlap. So I put them all in the same calendar because these are unlimited choices. You just want to make sure that you're not double booking yourself.
We're moving on to college readiness.
Thanks so much, Ms. Carrillo. So college test prep, both for the SAT and the ACT, there's 2 different sessions for in English and math. There's the first one is June 28th to July 2nd. There's another one mid-July, July 19th to the 23rd. But
it's all the same information, so only sign up for one.
Thank you.
Like you don't get like math in one and then English in the other. It's going to be the same thing, so just sign up for one of them.
Thank you so much for clarifying that, Ms. Sanchez. There's another pretty important program, which is a college essay program. And with many colleges and universities going college optional, both for this year and for this, many of them are coming for this coming year. The college essay has really taken on increased importance. So once again, there's a free 5-day college essay workshop. There are 2 sessions. You would only choose one because the content is the same. One from the 6th to the 9th and the other from the 12th to the 16th. It's only for rising seniors, though. That's really important. So because they're really going to be concentrating on crafting a really unique essay for them as they get ready to apply for colleges. Thank you for scrolling down a little bit. There's also a summer college application workshop. You know, how do I apply to a college? Lots and lots of things where you can see it. They actually break it down day by day on the things that they're going to be doing. Very helpful as well. And I don't see that, and that's probably because I have very poor vision. But is that also only for rising seniors?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to verify that. Thank you. And Ms. Carrillo, was that the last one of those?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
So any questions on enrichment and college readiness? There is a question regarding the health class. If ours is full, please go ahead and register for the in the county's honors health class via Parent View.
Yeah, MCPS Virtual Summer School is offering all courses. So because ours is full, and a question was asked, like, why is it full? So there's only one teacher. And so when the class size is full, when that's max, then the teacher, we don't have, we have one teacher. So, and it's maxed out at 25 because it's such a rigorous 3 weeks. So for summer courses, 25 is max. You have to have special certification to be a health teacher. And so it is not mandatory that teachers work over the summer. We're lucky enough to have Mr. Nozoff, who is going to be, who, you know, has elected to teach honors health over the summer. So there will be, MCPS is also going to have health courses available.
We're just going over questions. There's one on journalism, which is what I'm trying to find.
So journalism, there's just one journalism boot camp. There's only one session of journalism.
Correct. I'm trying to look, right here it is.
Yeah. Do you mean is journalism boot camp the same as the course journalism AB? Like during the school year?
Yes, yes, yeah.
It is a non-credit.
Right. So this is enrichment and it's not a credit course. I'm sure that they may touch on some of the same topics, but this is more of maybe a prep for a journalism class or an opportunity for students to explore journalism without having to take the class for a grade to see whether or not they like it. Miss Ellie is teaching it and she's a fantastic teacher and she has lots of really great plans for the entertainment blogs, news writing, feature stories, all of those kinds of things.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
One last question. Could you please repeat how to go to the MCPS link for the health course because it's already full in Blair now?
Remember, these enrichment courses, they really hone on the skills to try to help you in your classes or courses that you take the following year at Blair. So in terms of Zoom, in enrichment courses, it's not for credit. So if you do miss a Zoom class, you could probably, it's okay. But for credit recovery, there will be some expectations in terms of turning in assignments. You know, teachers posting videos and you'll be able to see the videos and see what you missed. Just so you'll be able to get the credit. So for both original as well as credit recovery, you'll be able to make up or make sure that you just keep up with the assignments that you've missed.
And so somebody also asked about how to get to the MCPS. So Ms. Creel, I'm just going to show that real quick so people can see how to do that. So here I am on the I just went to Montgomery County Public Schools website and I just typed in summer school into the search. And so when you click on that, it has a whole getting started guide and we'll talk you through how to do all of that. I am only an expert on Blair's program. And so we don't really have the answers about MCPS summer school. We just know that they're trying to offer as many courses as possible, that they're going to be offering more courses than we will be offering. But we can answer any of your questions about Blair summer school.
There is also, before we move on to that, there's also another way that will probably be a little bit easier for everyone. If you do have parent view, you can access it through your phone. So I think as soon as you see your kids listed, then there's it's an OLR link. It's kind of like, it's supposedly online registration. So if you click it through your phone, you'll be able to get access to the form. And what you do have to click is you're interested, it's like a drop-down box that asks you, what are you interested in? You'll be interested in summer school classes 2020, 2021, 2022 or something. But it does have, it's like 3 choices and I think it's the second one.
One of the questions is, there are 2 sessions for college readiness. Should you submit 2 forms to pick those sessions? You only have to do 1 form and you can put all of your information in that 1 form. So you can click, if you want to do college essay and SAT prep, or you want to do the college essay and the application workshops, you would just click both of those in the 1 form. Should we show them the form?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. And right here, I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second. So we're going to show you the entire form so you can actually see You will have choices depending on what you do want to do. It'll move you to another section, but this is the entire form. You'll be asked for, your choice, whether it's original credit, credit recovery, extension, enrichment, or readiness, college readiness. Depending on your choice, it'll specifically go to that section. But I'm just listing so you can take a look at the entire form. This is the section for original credit. You will see the timeline and you'll see all the courses that are offered. These are the B courses. This is the timeline. And this is all for credit, the original credit. Section 3 is basically credit recovery or extension. And these are all your choices. Session A will have all the courses, A courses. And again, this is what Ms. Sanchez alluded to. If there is a course that's not listed here, please add other. And our goal is to try to accommodate the needs of our students. And if we have enough to fill a class and get a teacher, we'll make it happen. And we'll definitely inform you. And this is the Session B courses that are offered. We would like to know if you're currently enrolled in the course that you're registered for, because if at all you pass and you registered for a B course, then you possibly don't have to take it. And we'll definitely reach out. Your counselors will reach out to you. And these are the enrichment courses. This is the calendar, so you can take a look at it, so you're not overlapping.
Oh, can you please clarify? You're able to take 3 classes per session?
For
So-
credit recovery and credit extension, yes.
Okay, that's not clear on, I just want, you may want to put that in there somewhere on the guide, because I don't think it's clear that you can take it each summer session. You can take 3.
Oh, we can add it here. Thank
Yes.
you for that. We can definitely add it here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I have a question. So if I
Sure, go ahead.
can you go to the form?
Form? Sure.
So if I pick for the college test prep session 1, and then do I have to pick session 2 for the college, you say, or I can pick that one also, session 1?
You can choose to pick whichever, session 1 or session 2.
But only pick one.
And there is also for health, we did notice that certain students were choosing both session A as well as session B. So a health course is only a 0.5 credit. So you're only choosing one of the sessions.
One of the questions in the chat that I thought some other people might like to know the answer to, this is just directed at me, but if you are taking a class for original credit and you at some point, or your student at some point during that 3 weeks realizes that it is too much work, can you drop the class, or will you be penalized? You are not penalized. So if you decide that you're going to take pre-calc or honors pre-calc, and you're 2 weeks in and you realize that this was just way too much work and you're not able to take it during the summer, then you can just let me know that, or let your teacher know that, and there's no penalty. You just don't get the credit. Okay. However, we do suggest that you stay in the class, and then now it's kind of like a prep. Maybe you don't have to do all the homework, maybe you don't have to take the tests, but you could stay for the lessons so you can at least have some prep then for next school year.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. My daughter got everything good. She got good grades. So does it mean she have to take another classes? Like the original credit, you have about 5 sessions. So in those 5 sessions, if she wants to take 2 or 3 classes, does she have to take all of them? Because I heard you that you were saying 3 classes are available, not more than that. So how can it be?
So for original credit, you're only allowed one for original credit. And honestly, if your child's doing really well, then there isn't a need to do credit recovery course. Your student can very well look into the enrichment courses. And if you're unsure of what is the best course for your child to take, reach out to the counselors. They will advise you best as to, oh, you could take this course for original credit. And if it's available, you can take the next year's course as well. But I would definitely find out from the counselor.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, so if you have registered, your next step is to wait for an email. You will be waiting until June. So we will get to you in June, I promise, but registration ends June 4th. Then we're going to be sorting the students into their different courses to fit them with an instructor. Once the instructor knows once they have their courses, then they will send you an email to introduce themselves and to tell you a little bit about class and to provide you with Zoom links, all of that. So none of these are magnet courses. None of these are not part of the magnet program. So the question is, can I take one class from Blair and one class from MCPS? Most likely they're going to overlap because we are following the same schedule that MCPS is following. So MCPS is hosting Monday, Wednesday, Friday, synchronous, and then Tuesday, Thursday, asynchronous. Those are just work days. And we're following that same schedule. So most likely you would not be able to because they overlap. If you see that there is like an evening class being offered, I don't know if that's going to be the case. I heard that they were looking into something like that to offer a variety of times. So you can look and see, but if it's during the school day on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is when the synchronous meeting times are in the morning between 8 and 12:30, then you wouldn't be able to because they'll overlap. Any other questions?
Hi, can I ask another question?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually was exploring just now while we were talking on the MCPS, the website for enrolling. And is it the one which is saying a Central High School summer program? That's the one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And my son can go there and register for whichever courses he wants to, especially health he's looking for. Okay.
Yes.
And that will be recorded as well, even if he's in Blair. I'm just trying to be sure.
Yes. So as long as he's an MCPS student, he can register for the MCPS Central Summer Program.
And he can choose virtual as well.
Yes. All of MCPS is going to be virtual because it's just going to be all over the county. And Blair is virtual this summer because Blair is being painted. So Blair, the entire building, the inside, the outside of the building, the whole building is being painted. It's going to take all summer. It's a huge project. Blair is a huge building. And so that is why Blair is virtual this summer.
Okay, but for MCPS is also virtual because we are looking for the virtual ones instead of.
Yes, Blair, MCPS Central is also going to be virtual, but that's just because it's such a different mix of kids from all over the place that it's going to be virtual.
There is an in-person summer school as well of the county. So I think it's in 2 schools, Einstein as well as Clarksburg. So they're both the choices. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, in person, we are actually not looking for. Thank you very much for clarifying. Thank you.
Any other questions? The factoring camp is, that is Mr. Ostrander's magnet factoring camp. I assume that it is virtual.
He will be reaching out
Okay.
and informing you or providing you any updates on the factoring camp.
Any other questions?
Oh, one question.
Ms. Carrillo, Usman wants to say hi to you.
Usman, how are you?
I'm good.
So if you are taking original credit, it is a lot of work. So, and that has to be the priority. So if you are taking original credit, most likely you cannot take the college readiness courses. Those are happening also like at the same time. So you can't choose to go to college readiness instead of the original credit class. The original credit class has to be if you're choosing original credit, it is a large amount of work, right? It is a huge undertaking. And so you really need to expect that that's what you're going to spend your time on. Right? It's an entire semester. So it's 18 weeks in 3 weeks. Right? It's not, they don't cut anything out of the curriculum. They squish it. So chemistry is available for credit recovery or extension. Chemistry is not available for original credit. Okay. If you wanted to take a nice prep for it, there is that chemistry of combustion enrichment program. And so that's something that you might want to take as a prep for chemistry. So if you want to audit a class, you should sign up for original credit so that you're placed in the original credit course, but then send me an email so I can make a note for the teacher that you are planning on auditing the class and that it's not for credit. But you need a seat in the original credit class, so you need to register for that. I do not know that answer. I doubt that there would be a penalty.
There's no penalty. Yeah, there's no penalty.
Okay.
I would suggest instead of just not showing up to inform the teacher or the summer school lead teacher and just share your concerns so we can best support you. Not that you've just left, but of course, it's just trying to work with the teachers to try to see what is it or how we can help or support the student.
Okay, so if you want to take 2 original credit, you can't. You can only take 1 original credit. And if you're taking the original credit, that's what you're doing. You're taking that 1 original credit class. They overlap. The original credit and the college readiness overlap. So Like the SAT prep, definitely not, because they happen at the same time. So you definitely cannot. If you need help with a college, if you are a rising senior and you need help with your college essay or your application, then so college essay goes from 9 to 1:30. But Miss Fox, the way that she sets that up is that she does actual one-on-one with the students. So you could probably do the college essay. It's if you on the website go to college readiness, Miss Korea, if you could do that, go to college readiness and then go down to college essay and click the read the student testimonials. So this is some more information about this, but if you read these testimonials, it'll say that Miss Fox meets with the students and really goes over their college essay with them. So if you are a rising senior and you are taking an original credit course, you could also take college essay because Miss Fox is going to meet with you one-on-one. So that's it's not taking a whole extra class.
And she's also flexible with the time. Because
Right.
it's one-on-one and it's basically like a sign up, she'll give you that time and you will be able to balance. But this is very unique. This is just the college essay class because she does a lot of the one-to-one.
Right, and it does go to 1:30. She's available until 1:30 and the original credits over at 12:30. But that's really the only one. Yeah, the college, so the test prep, the SAT test prep, that's for all high school students that want to be preparing for the SAT or the ACT. That's open to everyone. The essay and the application are only for our rising seniors because that's currently what they're doing. But the SAT prep, sure, if you have a rising ninth grader that wants to get a jump start on that course and it's free and it's by, going to be taught by a fantastic math and a fantastic English teacher that have been preparing students for SAT and ACT for many years, absolutely. I would encourage you to take advantage of it. So if you do not have any more questions, I would say that we appreciate your time. Thank you for coming. We hope that you feel like you understand the process what is available for summer school a little bit more. You can send me an email or Ms. Creo or Mr. Fanning if you have any more questions. If you need help registering, if you don't remember, if later you're looking at it and you're a little confused, feel free to also reach out and we'll help you get through that registration process. But yeah, thank you so much.
If there's anyone that needs to ask anything in Spanish or anything like that, I'll be happy to stay after and just go through some of these things in Spanish.
So, Ms. Beth, I have one question. I know I've been asking a lot of questions here, but is there, because again, my son is a rising ninth grader, is there any pre-requirement here regarding, let's say, pre-calc or anything, like any course that we may want to register him? Are there pre-requirements that we need to be worried about, or is it just choose it and they are okay in there?
So the only real prerequisite is that they've taken the course before it. So if you wanted them to take pre-calc, they need to have taken Algebra 2, right? And to take Algebra 2, you need to have taken geometry. So for those math courses, it's more just that they completed the previous course before, so that they can take the course that's coming up next. But otherwise, no, you are just clicking on the course. And for NSL, that is for either a rising 10th grader or an 11th or 12th grader. Our 9th graders do not take NSL. That is a 10th grade course. So you would be, as a rising 9th grader, they go into US history.
Well,
And if you're
I'm
jumping
sorry.
up,
So I just have a follow-up question on that because my son has already done Algebra 1. He has done geometry as well,
Mhm.
but he's coming from, I don't know, the magnet program at, I'm forgetting the name of it, Parkland. So he has done algebra, geometry. Can he sign up for, I don't know whether it's A and B both or it's only A's.
I would strongly recommend, I think Mr. Fanning put the list of counselors for that, for your particular student. I would reach out to the counselor. The counselor would definitely advise your coursework throughout the 4 years at Blair better. And if the counselor suggests, you know, pre-calc and encourages it, great. But I think your first step, if you're jumping from an algebra 2 all the way to a pre-calc or anything like that, and he's in the magnet program, I would suggest first, you can CC Beth Sanchez and go ahead and send the email to the counselor.
Okay, thank you.
I just put the address, the Blair Counseling website with the where you can access the counselors' addresses in again.
Thank you.
Okay. One of the questions is, can other people take the summer class? What do you mean by other? Like students not at Blair?
Yes.
So our original credit courses are for Blair students. And so that includes our rising ninth graders. So if there is, you know, they're an eighth grader at, say, Tacoma Park Middle School, but they're going to be at Blair next school year, then they could take an original credit, a credit recovery, or credit extension. Our enrichment programs are open up to any MCPS students, but the ones that have to do with credit, whether it's original credit, credit recovery, or credit extension, do need to be Blair students.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if there aren't any more questions, I'll go ahead and answer a couple of questions in Spanish.
¿Me escucha, señora Sánchez?
Sí, es la señora Carrillo, sí.
Oh, señora Carrillo, hola.
Hola.
Perdón, perdone. Es que no tengo mucha experiencia en escuela de verano, pero para estar segurita que si mi hija se matricula con el condado en clases que Blair o está llena o no está ofreciendo, que no va a haber ningún problema con acreditar.
No, claro que no. Ella puede registrar a través de Blair. Si Blair no puede, si está lleno, ella definitivamente puede registrar en el condado y nosotros conseguimos el crédito que ella ya cumplió con este curso y ellos nos dan los papeles y todo eso. Así que eso no te preocupes.
Ah, ok, qué bien. Entonces, ese requisito de ustedes de una clase por crédito a la vez, yo entiendo por la carga académica, pero eso es un requisito del condado, porque yo pude matricularla en 2 clases, pero
¿Tú
no sé.
matriculaste a ella en 2 clases que son de crédito original?
Sí, la puse en inglés 10 que ustedes no están ofreciendo y el famoso salud, que todo el, que todo el mundo habla de
Inglés
salud.
10 fue crédito original de
Sí,
sesión
porque
A y sesión B.
exacto, sí, o sea, en otras palabras, la primera sesión lo que yo hice fue salud, inglés A, y la segunda sección, inglés B.
Ok, eso en realidad es muy difícil. Yo no sé cómo ellos te dejaron hacer eso. Yo me imagino que es mejor llamar. ¿Tienes el número?
No tengo.
Okay, yo le voy a poner. If you guys can find the summer school of the county, if there's a phone number, because they basically what Anna was saying was they let her choose 2 original credit courses. So for session A, she registered for 2 courses, an English course as well as the health. and then a B course as well. The English was also a B course. So
Okay, I just put the phone number in the
Okay,
chat.
thank you. Ana, a la señora Sánchez, he puesto el número
Ok, bien,
para que
sí lo veo.
puedes llamar. Es el 240
Ujú.
740 7020.
Gracias mil.
Oh, no
Yo-
te preocupes.
Ok, buenas noches.
Buenas noches. ¿Hay otras preguntas en español? So I guess if there aren't any questions in English or in Spanish, I guess we can complete this summer night session.